Okay, YouTubers, well, I'll give you a little rundown of what all we did this weekend. This is the Sunday, March the 25th, 2017. So, all right, well, what I've been working on for the last 2 weeks actually is the solar panels. Now here we've got the MPPT controller, and I've had two solar panels that I've had mounted up here on the back for some time. I actually put them up months ago to kind of get them off the deck. And all I have left on this is to seal the connectors, dress the wiring. I'm going to silicone around it and tape them off and then zip tie everything up. But yeah, I've got the two solar panels. That's 200 watts. And I've got those mounted up there. And we've got new tarps we're going to put over this beast too. So that was one of my projects. Going down, let's have a look at another. This area of the boat has been neglected since the engine was finished. And so I'm going to be starting to work to clean this area up. Area down below here. This has got some wiring that needs to be cleaned up and some hoses for the hot and cold water that need to be cleaned up. I had to put a new bilge pump in, and the old Rule 2000 with the built-in float switch just quit working. So I went ahead and put a new Rule 2000 but with an external switch. Mounted it on a board and put it down in the bilge, and discovered there's gunk and grease and so forth in my bilge too. So that's going to be a massive cleanup down there. But I've got 100% bilge pump working here, and I've got the forward bilge has a good bilge pump in it too. We have two separate bilges. The forward bilge actually drains into the lower bilge in the event that it becomes filled. So that's what we got taken care of this weekend. Now, the first mate came back here in the cabin, and this area had gotten a little dirty when the engine guys were working. They had to pull the mattress up, and they were redoing the exhaust back here, and they evidently put some fingerprints up there. So she took baking soda and scrubbed all of this, and it just came out like crazy. So what she did, I had her get me a mop. This is kind of what I've done in each of our boats. You take a mop, you take baking soda and a little bit of soapy water, and you start in the ceilings. You mop the ceilings, mop the walls, mop the floors, and it gets a lot of the boat smell out of boats, and it just kind of cleans everything off and spiffens everything up. Let's see what other projects that we have that we were working on. I think I already showed you guys in the engine room where I put the inverter and got it wired up so that now it's switchable. I can switch from shore power off to the inverter. The only thing I have to do now is remount the battery charger, which is under here, goes to the banks over here. That needs to be moved into the engine room. It needs to be put on a switch so that it can actually, when you're out there and you've got the inverter running, you certainly don't want to be pumping power through the battery charger and wasting it. So anyway, the thing I'm really stoked about is having the solar panels hooked up. If anything happens with shore power, somebody bumps our plug, or shore power goes down for some reason, this thing will float on the two solar panels and do just great. The refrigerator, we spent about a day and a half just on solar panels. Refrigerator cycling did great. I actually, even while we were doing that test, I had our laptops set up over here charging, and of course you're running the microwave over here. It's got some trickle power going into it to keep the clock alive and whatnot. And so everything is running off the solar panels, doing just great, including charging the laptops and charging both our cell phones, one of which was being used as a hotspot. So there's what we're doing so far. Next weekend, I'm going to tidy up and finish up the wiring on the solar panel. Bilge pump's finished, and probably going to start attacking this again. Every time I think I get this cleared off, it's just stuff just grows back on it. So I don't know what's going on with it. Oh, I cleaned some contacts off on a rechargeable West Marine VHF. I like this little VHF. It's got GPS built in, and it's got a distress setting on it too. So there you have what we've done this weekend thus far. I think another project is we're going to pull the stove up and out. It's got enough of a propane line on the back to where we can pull it out, set it down here, and we can clean all behind. We're going to kind of do that probably annually because things just build up. So we'll get that done, and I think our liquor cabinet is overflowing. It's full back there, so we may have to make some alternate plans for how to do things back in there. Anywho, there you have it, folks. So that's our update, and I will take you along on more detailed adventures in boat repair in upcoming videos. See you later.